So today we're going to be talking about a heavy topic. It's going to get serious, you guys. Today we're going to be talking about my never before used bags in my collection. I know, heavy hitting journalism here, you guys. You heard it here first. Ever since I started this channel way back at the beginning, my very first tag video that I ever started was the neglected bag tag. I don't really remember the directions or the topic really very well other than bags that are neglected, which we're going to be talking about today. But I thought, now that I have a pretty decent collection full of some very holy grail bags, why aren't I, or why haven't I, carried some of the other bags in my collection? And that is what we're going to be unpacking today. Maybe it's the style, maybe it's how I style them, maybe it's just the season why I haven't carried it, but there are some reasons behind some of these, and we're going to be uncovering them today. This is going to be a therapy session. I'm going to be working through some things, and I already thank you for listening. But before we dive in, guys, hey, my name's Caleb. I post luxury and lifestyle related videos. If that's something you're into, hit the subscribe button down below. Consider joining our membership. Let's dive in and kick it off with the very first bag, my new Prada. All right, guys. Prada. What can we say about this bag other than it is iconic? If you all remember from my unboxing, this is obviously the bag Miranda Priestley carries in the opening scene credits. I have been searching for years. This was a holy grail bag, finally checked it off my list, and I have yet to carry it. Now, granted, I've only owned it for like a handful of months. It's been like 2 or 3 months at this point. Much like Carrie Bradshaw said in the Sex and the City right before she went to Paris, some outfits just wait a lifetime for the right place to wear them. And that's kind of the same thing with this bag. This is going to be something that I carry for maybe a special event for the first time. The right outfit, which I already kind of have planned in my mind. I'm not going to spoil it though. There's no spoilers here. This just doesn't strike me as a bag that, oh, hey, I'm going to run to Target. Let me grab my Prada frame bag. This is something a little bit more special, and thusly it should be treated special. I'm thinking its first outing, don't quote me, depends on the weather that night. I think its first outing is going to be with my members meetup, the first night we meet up for dinner. So members, maybe we'll see this that night. Again, depends on the weather. I'm not a fortune teller. I don't know what it's going to do, but if it's nice, dry, and cool out, the outfit I have planned is going to be fire, and we'll see it then. All right, this next one is a little bit of a tragedy because I love this bag. I have been on my LL Bean boat and tote honeymoon all summer long. I've literally been carrying the medium size since late June, and I loved it so much that when they announced the release of the mini size, the updated mini size, I was like, oh, bet, take my card, charge it, like take all my money, give me the mini LL Bean boat and tote. I still haven't cut the tags off yet. I love this tote, you guys, but I love my medium so much. I've been in it all summer, like I said. I haven't really had the chance yet to switch into this little cutie, but again, much like the Prada bag, I'm thinking that this is gonna be like a lunch or maybe even a barbecue moment. If I ever get invited to a barbecue, that could be fun, right? People do that in the summer. I don't know, don't judge me. But I was thinking, this is so cute. This is like the perfect lunch size, afternoon out. Maybe I'm going to the botanical gardens. You don't know what I do in my free time. I'm being very aggressive today. I think this bag is super cute. I will carry it eventually. Again, I love my boogies. I love the whole East-West trend. So clearly I'm going to love this when I carry it, right? It's just a matter of right time, right place, right outfit. And it just hasn't happened yet, but it needs to happen before the end of summer because this bag screams summer energy. Guys, I have something shameful to admit. The next bag or bags on this list, speaking of boogies, are 2 of my 3 boogies. Now let's unpack this. Like, why haven't I carried these yet? They're fabulous. They're ultimate. Like, I had wanted this one ever since Charlotte carried it on the Sex and the City. I've had a lot of Sex and the City references today, but that's not the point. The point is, why haven't I carried my boogies yet? Well, let's unpack it first with the light blue Boogie Nights in this gorgeous suede. Now, when it comes to this bag, I got this for an absolute steal. I don't remember, but if you want to know how much I paid, go and check out my Celine Boogie unboxing and review. But guys, I had searched high and low for this bag for years. This was even before, like, I was super into handbags. I've always been really into handbags, but before I knew it was a Celine Boogie, I would constantly search the internet, the purse forum. Like, I could not figure out who made this beautiful bag. Then I bought a Celine Boogie, the plain black one. I'm like, oh my gosh, the bag that I love was a Celine Boogie. Then this one came along. I told myself, you know what, Caleb, it's going to be light blue suede. It's going to be yellow. It's going to be dirty. It's going to be gross. It'll never happen. This one popped up in nearly mint condition. I just had to get a little suede brush and kind of suede rubbing stone eraser. Don't quote me. I'll link it down below because it worked beautifully. So why haven't I carried this gorgeous, stunning bag? Well, I think a few things have happened here recently. Chiefly among them, I have bought almost all of my holy grail bags. I have my Birkin, I have my Kelly, I have my Ralph Lauren Ricky. Like every big ticket bag that I've ever wanted, I've checked off my list. I also bought this right before I went on my LL Bean boat and tote heyday, my odyssey, if you will. So being in that all summer long, that only leaves really the weekends. If I change my bag, depending on the outfit, I'll probably grab my Ricky, Birkin, or Kelly over something else. Now this bag, it would be really good for summer. but it's suede. So in my mind, this kind of leans a little bit more towards winters. Now you just know that like a good chunky white sweater or cream sweater with some gray wool pants and a good big oversized coat, this is going to look fabulous this winter. We're just going to blame it on that. It's just not winter yet. It's still August. Kinda. It is. I don't know why I said kind of. It's still August. This is going to make an appearance in December. Trust me. I can't wait. Now, conversely, why haven't I carried the brown version? So this is also the Celine Boogie, of course. This one's just in a really rustic suede with the rose gold hardware. I love how slouchy this is. When it's not stuffed, it literally just puddles in your hand. I wish they would re-release the Boogie bags, you guys. This version, I just haven't worn the right outfit yet. And again, does this not read more fall? Like this is, we're mountain climbing, we're in the Rockies, if you will, with this bag. Maybe I'm apple picking or going to a corn maze. It's just giving big fall energy, outdoorsy, rugged energy. So I haven't really done anything like that lately. And like I said, it's been an LL Bean boat and tote summer. Some people have their brat summer. I have my boat and tote summer. It is who I am. I can't help it. But this bag, I think, is going to be making a huge appearance when September hits. Listen, guys, if you haven't caught it yet, go and watch my recent shopping haul for July. I've gotten some really good rugged outfits that this would work perfectly with. I'm already envisioning with that big cowboy belt and the hat. It'll be a whole moment. I don't know. I just haven't carried it yet. We're going to blame it again on the season and the activities, if you will. Seriously, guys, check out the Boogie bag. These are some of my favorites, even though I've only carried one of the three. Take my word for it. I'm an expert. Let's talk about dressing up. Again, this was kind of a surprise. I found this on Shop Goodwill. This is a very limited edition Coach alligator clutch. In fact, it's numbered, I think this is number 2 of 100, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, 2 of 100. I have number 2, by the way. I love this bag, you guys, but I've literally never carried it. So in my mind, I'm envisioning this. Zane and I are going to the theater. Maybe we're going to catch a play, the symphony. Maybe we're doing, I don't know, like a cute date night. You do you. I don't know what you guys do in your free time, but I was thinking this would be like really cute dressed up. I have some really cool Gucci jackets that this would look amazing with. My husband and I don't go out. We're like literally the most boring men. We're just homebodies. If we could just be parked on the couch with, you know, some takeout, we're perfectly happy doing that. So this hasn't had the chance to go out yet, but I need to make a bigger effort this year. I want to get more into the theater scene here in Chicagoland, go to some plays, go to some orchestral moments, if you will. So this will be a good bag for doing that. Some fancier dinners. Until I do that, I just don't see this going out of my closet just yet. I haven't carried it once and it's so fabulous. I think I've already had it for 2 years too, which is kind of crazy. Maybe it's only been a year and a half. I don't know, don't quote me, but sad enough to say this beautiful Coach bag has not left my closet. Now, speaking of TBE energy, going out, nights out, this bag... I had a Telfar moment. I had a couple of bags. I had the highlighter green, which is now in San Francisco. Looks very fabulous with its new owner. My husband got me this for my birthday that year, and this is the Telfar. This is the small size in the silver colorway. Don't quote me. It's giving like turn of the millennia, millennial energy with like, you know, think about like all the different music videos back then where everyone is on a spaceship for some reason. Lots of like silver, purples, lavenders, blues, like it's very kind of reminiscent of that era, even though it's a newer bag. I have never carried it, and this is probably because of these straps. So on my medium size, the straps, they softened and they just kind of draped over the back. Awesome. They also worked on my shoulder. This one, these straps haven't softened yet. Also, probably because I haven't carried it yet. I know. My bad. I'm sorry. Like, this is more for like going out, nights out, maybe like not even an afternoon of shopping really, because you really cannot get a whole lot in this size. And I saw it styled on everybody. And again, this is why being tall kind of sucks, because everyone had it like crossbody and the small looked so freaking cool. I'm like, oh, that's going to be amazing. It's going to be a moment of vibe. I can't wait. And it can go cross. It literally sits like here on me if I try and crossbody it. So it does not work. And we all know my sad sloping shoulders. You were going to be kind and not say anything. Thank you for that, but it's true. I have sad sloping shoulders, so a lot of times, depending on the type of strap, whether it's thick or not, how much the bag weighs, my shoulders cannot support little teeny tiny straps on such a light bag. It just falls right off. It's a whole thing. Again, though, my husband got it for my birthday, so I'll never sell it, but I need to carry it. It needs a moment, if you will. So next up, let's shift gears and talk about a little YSL. I went through a huge YSL, well, not huge, it wasn't huge. I went through a YSL phase though, nonetheless, probably 3 years ago, I want to say 2-3 years ago. When we first moved to Chicagoland, I went a little YSL crazy. We got the Sade clutch, which I don't ever really carry. We got a couple of the Uptowns, and then I bought 3 of the Rive Gauche totes from like the Rive Gauche collection or whatever. 2 are like the VHS 85 version. I have both the white and the black. I've carried them both once or twice, don't quote me, but the third one I have never carried, and it was my favorite of the 3, which is totally insane. But this is the Scandal print, and it is literally covered in little D's. That's why I've never carried it. I love classical art. I love this kind of stuff. Give me all the Etruscan, Roman, Greek goodness. I'm there for it 100%, but I don't know. I just feel self-conscious carrying around a tote that's covered in D's a little bit. Just a little bit, tiny bit. And another reason that I probably haven't grabbed for this one, it's so like thickly painted on or screen printed on, and it's just not a good hand feel, if you will. I'm also kind of worried about it like cracking. Maybe it'll like transfer to my shirt, which would not be the vibe. I've kind of toyed with selling these in like a vlog sale or a live sale. My husband always tells me no, like wait, save them. They could be collector's pieces. Do you guys want another live sale? Because I have a handful of bags and SLGs that I would like to unload. So for this next bag, this is a bag that I was always interested in. I didn't buy it when it was new, and it wasn't until I saw it for like a really good deal that I jumped on it. If you guessed my Coach XL Felicia Hobo, you would be correct. If not, I don't know, maybe go back and study some of my hauls. I don't know what you do with your free time. I have always loved the Bleecker collection. I have a couple of bags and SLGs in my collection. There's just something beautiful about this rich cowhide leather. It is stunning. It is sumptuous. It's all lined in that beautiful tattersall plaid lining on the interior. And I just love the details on these Bleecker pieces, especially from this era. This was the good era of Bleecker, 2007. Like, look at the whip stitch details here on the top handle. Stunning. And this dog leash clip, it's literally the size of my hand. Like, if someone comes up to you in an alley, just take this off and whack them and you're good to go. Like, it is literally a built-in weapon if you wanted to. I think the main reason I haven't carried this is, for me, Bleecker just screams fall. Like, it screams chilly air, leaves are turning. Like, this is something you wear with like a good chunky sweater and like a leather jacket, and I'm just saving it again for the right outfit, the right season, the right time. I bought this in late spring, so who wants to carry a huge black leather bag in the middle of summer? I know I don't, especially when it's super hot out and muggy. So this is gonna wait for some cooler weather, and I think I could style this pretty cool. Like, I'm gonna make this a cool bag. Just wait. Now, while we're on the subject of big hobos, no, we're not talking about me. I didn't say big homos, I said big hobos. This is the Coach Editorial Zoe XL Hobo in this stunning suede. Now, I recently popped into the Coach store to check out what was new. The suede was very disappointing, like superly disappointing, but this bag, this is some gorgeous, thick, sumptuous suede, and I love these over-the-top chain details, both on the sides, across the handle, this big, long, superfluous zipper pull tassel. Like, this is very of its era. It's screaming 2008, but we're here for it. Like, this is some good energy. And what I love about the details here, you just have the Coach horse and carriage and lozenge established in 1941, stamped into the suede here. You actually have feet. A giant, big, squishy hobo that actually has feet. Kind of fabulous. It's a moment. Now, Coach in this era, if you've been a Coach collector for very long, or if you're going back and buying like pre-owned versions from this era, they were heavy into that non-committal lilac lavender lining. My Coachies who've been through it understand, like, that era linings for Coach was horrendous. You had legacy stripe, you had tattersall, which were amazing. You even had an icy blue satin. You had that lavender line. It's awful. My least favorite interior color, and it always looks so dirty. This bag does not suffer from that. It has a rich amethyst satin lining. Like, is that not stunning? Maybe we are talking about big homos. Is this not the most stunning shade of purple? Again, it's seasonal with this bag. This would not look cute with an Oxford and shorts. This bag is giving all the fall energy. Give me my big chunky turtleneck, maybe a pair of leather pants, and we're ready to go. I don't know, pumpkin picking? Maybe we're pumpkin carving with my big suede bag. I don't know what activities I would do with this, but I definitely see this coming in clutch for the fall. And honestly, while we're talking about it, jump on big hobos while you still can, because I think hobos, especially this fall, are going to be, we're going to see them coming back in a big way, and I don't want to see you left out. So while these are still dirt cheap, I paid $10 for this one, maybe $14 for that one. Pick them up while you still can. There are still some good deals to be found out there. Trust me. All right, guys, so what did we learn today? Not much. There's about 9 or 10 bags in my collection that I've never carried, mostly for outstanding reasons. Maybe it's the wrong season, the wrong style, or, well, not the wrong style, but like I need to style them for like a special moment. And I think that's okay. We don't have to use everything in our collections. We don't need to have huge collections. I think as long as you buy intentionally and don't overdo it, like with a lot of little pieces, just buy what you truly want, truly love, and eventually you're going to use it. I hope. Anyway, no, that's the truth. I use most of my collection pretty regularly. Just for some reason, these bags have had to wait a little bit. But once they get into the rotation, I think a lot of these are going to quickly become like top 10 favorites. Probably, I hope. Let me know down in the comments, like, do you have bags in your collection that you're neglecting, if you will? Have you not carried, or have you not carried in a long time? Let's get a conversation going about that. And if you guys want to make this a tag video, like bags that I've never carried, some of you creators, you can't be using all of your bags. I know that for a fact. So jump on boards. Let's get this tag going, I guess. Who knew this was going to be a tag video? And I'm interested to see what you guys have to share. Anyway, until next time, guys, stay safe, have fun. I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.